To the point, informative, entertaining, and protecting the Second Amendment. Welcome back to Elfster's Rifles and Reloading. And to start something new here on Elfster's Rifles and Reloading, an interview series to give you guys an outside perspective of my own in regards to PSA AKV. Now, if you're new to my channel, check out that playlist area. I have a very in-depth video review series, up to 4 total parts so far, that not only goes over different types of ammunition, but using a suppressor and even taking it out to range, out to 100 yards. Also in the description box below, I'll have a link that has even more information on the Palmetto State Armory AKV. And my goal with this series is to interview a couple people just like yourself, just your average weekend warrior that just enjoys going out to the range and shooting an amazing firearm. But I also interviewed a couple people that actually have their own YouTube channel to boot. So I think this will give you a really solid idea of what to expect from the AKV. So enough of the BS talk, let's get this going. All right, so I am here with Zane with Texas2A Video. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. We made it.
Yeah, I think the last time I talked to you, we were riding in a golf.
Yeah.
Riding away from the mile-long range, shooting that 6.5 Creedmoor, huh?
Yeah, that and all kinds of good stuff. Had to show some of those guys how to operate this thing we're talking about today.
Yeah, that was a fun day, man. It went by too darn quick, that is for sure.
Well, it's probably my favorite week.
Yeah. Well, for my viewers and subscribers, if you're not familiar with Zane and his channel, Texas2A Video, I will have a picture here on the side of the screen and also a link that you can go to his channel in the description box below. So definitely check out his channel and subscribe. And he's got some amazing videos, you know, he's got a lot of reviews and he really knows his stuff. And I appreciate you coming on here, my friend.
I'm trying to be like you, man.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to try too hard. I'm not Mr. Guns and Gear yet, you know.
All right, hey man, you're in all this though. Yeah. You teach you guys how to do things right.
Yeah. All right, buddy. So I got some speed questions for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So the first question I pretty much can answer myself. It's, are you in the PSA AKV group, which I already know you're really active on there, and also the other PSA closed groups, but you actually have your own closed group, don't you?
Yeah, I have the Palmetto State Armory users group. You know, I've got guys that are, you know, some of them are in all the groups. I do have some guys that they're exclusively in that group, and I'm real funny about it. I try to keep the trolls out because I get a lot of people that they're new to ARs, you know, in general, much less the whole offering that Palmetto State Armory has itself, like, you know, that little guy right there.
Yeah.
That, you know, we're here to talk about.
And you guys cover the AKV quite a bit in that group, don't you?
I push it. Have some guys from the AKV users group that, you know, they're in there talking about it as well. And it's not as heavy because, you know, it's mainly AR guys, but yeah. I like to have it in there and push it so they're aware of it. And there's guys that are, you know, they'll post, hey man, what do you guys think? And, you know, yeah, we're affiliated. So I'm like, look, I like this thing. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm affiliated, you know, so you know that, you know, I push their product on that. But the fact, I've only been affiliated for 3 or 4 months. I've been pushing their stuff as a fan for years, you know, so my tune has not changed. But talk to them about it, get them familiar with it, and other guys that are just owners are like, yeah, dude, this thing's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so you're pretty much covering all PSA products in that group, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, I'm an avid fan of the KS47, so I mean, I've covered that thing on velocity testing, accuracy. I own all 3 variations: the 8, the 10, the 16-inch. You know.
Well, I'll put a picture on the side of the screen here. Definitely check out that group. It's a lot of knowledge in there. A lot of guys with a vast amount of knowledge, not on just PSA, but just firearms in general. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, we got some good guys in there, man. Actually, I know, you know, we have our Chad Wiley. He's in all the groups.
Yeah.
He's in there with us, the CEO, you know, to help out with anybody who has trouble with stuff. And I do got some knowledgeable guys.
Yeah.
I'm one of the go-tos for PSA stuff in general because I've troubleshot the little stupid things you'll find here and there because I kind of tinker with stuff so much. I've actually had self-inflicted issues, live and learn, but hopefully it helps everybody else's learning experience whenever they get their hands wet,
Yeah. All right, so buddy, second question here. When did you get your AKV? You've had it for some time now?
Man, what was that? I know it's been, I want to say at least 7 months.
Yeah.
7 months.
So you've had it for a while, right?
6 or 7 months. I got one as soon as I could. The re-release dropped, and if you were like me, I don't remember if you were, but it was rough. They would sell out.
Yeah.
Within 40,
like if
40
you were
minutes.
Johnny on the spot right away at like 4 p.m. Central Time, you weren't getting it.
Yeah, and I happened to like walking out of work one day. We're Central Time, so I think it was like 3 for us. Happened to refresh the screen, walking out of work. I'm on the time clock. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, listen. I was like, oh crap, stop. Purchase now, or I'll never get the opportunity.
So I think it's safe to say you're pretty much the bump fire master, not only of just AKVs, but pretty much all firearms. I mean, I'm watching your videos. You love your bump fire, don't you?
Yeah, I'm notorious for it. If it'll bump it, I'm going to do it. Guys like to see it. For me, it really gives you an idea to the weapon's integrity of how it will handle with a lot of heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I run to where I usually can't even hold them, but this little fella here, mine, it does have the CNC Warrior folder, so if people want to know, that's what that is, stamped left side option for it. This guy here, I pushed this thing mag after mag, and they did such a heavy barrel on it.
Yeah.
I've not hit a point where I can hold the dang thing. So it's
like, how many rounds do you think you have through it so far?
I think this last week I broke 45, a little over 4,500 rounds.
Wow, nice. Yeah. All right, so next question here. What changes did you make, or is it bone stock, which obviously just showing it right now, it's not bone stock, is it?
No, for mine, I did, like I said, mine, you know how it is when these first dropped, your only option was the SBA3.
Yeah.
Which, if you're like me, we're fine with that because it works collapsible, and you can, that one hand firing we all use, with that brace, yeah. Worked really well. I did have the stock like this on the GF3 that I got, and I loved it. They dropped this as an option, right here. It's got its Velcro, same thing. So I got that because I love it. It was solid aluminum. It's sturdy, it holds over nicely.
Pretty easy to put on.
Oh yeah, I mean, gravity doesn't let it fall, so it's nice locking in. You've got your 2 screws that you pull out, and the whole back end comes out. Put this new thing in. You have to hold it upside down to get one of the screws in the front because it's not quite long enough to grab without gravity holding that screw in on the front.
Yeah.
But once you do that, you're set. I got a little, I don't even know where I got this stupid little grip at. It works great. I feel bad because guys are like, where did you get that? I'm like, I don't remember.
That's no Magpul, is it?
No, it's not. It's a little CNC aluminum. It fits my big fat gorilla hand really well. So, I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about it, except I don't know where you can get them because it was off eBay, and they've vilified everything AR-AK related. And then I have a Vortex Venom that I'm in love with on this because it does co-witness.
Yeah.
Lips knocking stuff over your cheek weld.
Yeah.
It does its job right. Where low cheek weld, probably lower third witness for it. So, I mean, I couldn't be happier with the setup right now. Until right now, they just started carrying the rail for this in gray. Yeah. I didn't want to swap it because I didn't want to get rid of my gray. Now they have a freaking gray rail that I have to have, so I'm putting that on my head.
All right, man. So next question here, and with one answer only, what do you like about the AKV? What's your favorite thing about the AKV?
It's a friggin' tank, man.
It's a tank, right?
It's a tank. It's the bottom here is aluminum, unlike the Kalashnikov USA model. It's heavy. It's well built. It's just you can tell you can throw this thing around. It's not going to care. It's got that AK ruggedness, but it's a little chunky for me.
It is. It's really a rugged firearm. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good thing, for me. Like personally. I'll tell people you might find something lighter that fits you better, but this right here for me, it's an animal. It's my favorite subgun I've ever owned. And
it's mine too. I mean, it's in my top 5 for sure, without a doubt.
All right, this is number 1 for me. I've got Streebog, I've got AR9s with Colt pattern and Glock lowers, all that good stuff. But I mean, this is the way to go for me.
All right, so then flip side of that question. What do you not like about the AKV? I know it's a pretty hard question, but if you had to pick one thing, what would it be?
The thing that I don't like is not really for me, for other people, is the fact that it is chunky. I mean, like I said, she's fat, she's heavy, so I mean that's a downside I'll put to it. If I had to have a complaint for me, I wish it was left side charging handle. I love a Galil Ace. That's the only thing this thing's missing that I would absolutely love if it was left side charger.
All right, so then next question here. Any accessories you'd like to get or any accessories you'd like to see PSA come out with for the AKV?
That's a rough question, man. Because as I wouldn't mind if they offered some different brake options for guys. Mm-hmm. I do like this brake. I wouldn't mind changing it, to something else that might be a little bit more of a linear compensator. This does pretty good as far as doing its job with a little bit of blowback, but something linear compensator might just help it a little bit more to keep the muzzle rise down when you're bump firing out of control like that.
It is a big block of steel, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I just love how they kept it AK. You can just spin it right off as needed.
They don't call it the tanker brake for nothing, I guess.
Yeah, you can see guys complaining about it, right? Trying to shoot the coated ammo instead of full metal jacket.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's spraying people in the face. I'm like, yeah, you're exceeding 1,200 feet per second.
Yeah. Well, I think that's also just the inherent nature of a blowback. It doesn't matter what firearm. If it's a true blowback, not a roller delay, but a true blowback, you're going to get some spray in your face. I think that's.
They're talking about the spray from that.
Oh, from the muzzle brake.
Yeah. And they're not aware from your handgun that's pushing 1150.
Yeah.
You put an 8.5 inch barrel, you're going over 1200. That's what that plating starts separating. So live and learn. They're figuring it out.
Yeah. Hey, so next question here is, what ammo are you using? What do you prefer to use for ammo? And have you run it suppressed yet?
I do not have a suppressor. I have a friend. I'm waiting to see if he has an adapter so I can borrow his and run it. And we will. But right now I run generally this guy right here. This is what I find the best deal on. All it is, an old Remington UMC.
Yeah.
115 grain, nothing special. It's the cheapest I can buy when I go to, I'll say Academy. I can't say Walmart since, we don't clean them out and they're not getting anymore now.
I know, it's kind of a crying shame, really.
That's what's loaded up in my drum mag and all my mags. That's what my go-to is, and it doesn't skip a beat.
Yeah.
Makes brass windows.
What magazines are you running there? Obviously, then the drum there.
Yeah, I've got, their drum. Did you get one of these yet?
I'm about to get one here in about a week.
You need it. You need to run that. It's a little finicky to load. I did my video covering that.
Yeah.
And thank God I got a little belly. Use my stomach to hold it while I was loading it. Of course, I have, I think, probably 10 stick mags.
The regular style.
And then I know you've got to have one of these, the extension, right?
I got that coming too, along with the drum.
You're behind the curtain.
I know. I got the smoked mags, but I have some clears, the extension, and the drum coming next week. So
good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're. I mean, especially when you see me do what I'm doing, being silly, just wasting ammo. It's the way to go. You make brass rainbows. The extra 15 rounds counts.
Well, hey, Zane, thanks for jumping on my channel here and doing this video with me. Is there anything you want to mention before we head out here, bud?
I mean, if you want me to just talk about the goods, I can go over real quick. The AKV, the nature of the beast, it is an AK, so you're taking AKM standard furniture.
Yeah.
I told you it's built. I told you what I've got on here, what I like. The last round bolt hold open feature is superior, compared to other offerings out there. And these guys at PSA listen to us so much to where I got one of these just to get it. You got one yet?
You just got to rub it all in, don't you?
It's a repair kit.
I know. I got to get one too.
I didn't need it, but they offered it, so I had to get one because people asked, But other positives, all the colors they got, they offer magazine covers, the trigger so well. If you want to be silly like me and waste money, you can make brass rainbows and get good at bump firing like I am. But the upside, anybody that doesn't know about these that wants one and they're looking for an AR-9 as well, like you're like me, you have the AR-9 that takes Glock magazines.
Yeah.
That's one of my PSAs. runs like a champ. I did install a tack-on feed ramp. That is the hardest running AR I have. And you have this cool looking design, which is the Colt pattern. You know, it takes a regular stick. I love the way the Colt pattern looks. But those of you that aren't aware, we got this. This takes the Scorpion pattern. We call it the AKV. It takes that. This is going to be offered in an AR 9mm or lower. So that's just something else to look forward to from PSA. If you aren't aware of it,
yeah,
now you are. So
nice.
It's just another good side about them making this.
Awesome.
That's all I got to say.
Well, that's good to know, bud. And like, I think you just kind of touched base on that too. PSA, they really listen to their customers, don't they? I mean, like there's not many companies out there that really listen to their customers, and it goes to show those closed groups too. I mean, you can get instant feedback or give instant input too with those closed groups. And I think, I mean, what other companies are really doing that right now? Not many.
No big ones.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
PSA's massive. They're not a small operation. They're on their CEO and other members of the development team are online talking to you and taking feedback and helping people out. So it just speaks volume. I mean, I'll never say that Palmetto State Armory is the best thing since sliced bread, but they're an outstanding company. That's why I like pushing their product, sharing my experience.
And especially for the price. You can't, it's hard to beat for the price. And like you and I, we went through that factory tour together, and that's something that you really got to experience and see firsthand, that you're seeing American workers making an American product, and it changes your perspective on the whole company, really.
Oh, it does, man. It was crazy just seeing people in there just shoulder to shoulder. I mean, nobody in there really looked like they was upset. They were just there, and they were friendly. It's just like, man, I was like, I'm jealous right now. You know, I wish I for a living, because like everybody, like nobody looked upset. You know, they might look a little serious when they're on those CNC machines, but nobody was just like looking like they didn't want to be there that day. And they have a lot of employees between DC Machine, you know, the
Ferris,
you know, different sister companies. I mean, holy cow, those guys are just, they have a lot of people working for them. And, you know, that makes you, that right there, that tour that we did that week really opened my eyes to how much of a threat is, besides me and you, you know, and our right to Second Amendment, that those guys there, the whole political climate things, are like, these people's lives are on the line financially if they lose their job.
Oh, yeah.
Just stuff like that. And then that was an eye-opener, because I didn't know I knew they had some people, but holy cow, they employ a lot of people. I know they really love employing veterans, you know, so, yeah, that was probably the best week I had in 2000.
Oh, that was such an enjoyable trip. It went by too quick. And if a lot of you viewers out there, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, I actually have a video on my channel going through that tour. And a lot of people think of it as PSA or Palmetto State Armory, but it's really JJE. And they're an umbrella company of not only Palmetto State Armory, but you also have Ferris, you got DC Machine, you have Lead Star, and they're under an umbrella making that product for you guys. And like you said, it was something to really see in person. It was really awesome. So
yeah, it was just insane, man. And but I'm glad they did that for us, because we got to go out there and see it and firsthand. And now I'm in there with these guys like, oh, my order hadn't shipped, this and that. And I'm like, look, man, I've been there. You know, you're dealing with 200 orders an hour. I know it's not Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and they're truly busting their rear end to get that product out. You know, and I get it. You place an order and you want to get it right away, and it can be frustrating. And I 100% get that. But if you were to go behind the curtains and see that for yourself, it's a real eye opener. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, it was something else. I was not ready for that, to go in there and just, like, you're talking worker bees, man. Like, it is going on and everything. They constantly, a lot of guys you see them knocking PSA about, you know, oh, they sell stuff cheap, so it's cheap. It's like, no, man, they do like almost everything they possibly can in-house. Anything that makes sense to do in-house, they're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's driving price down. They're not paying other manufacturer to do what they're doing. They're employing more people with the sister companies, and they're cranking out material.
And they're always coming out with new products to boot.
Yeah, I wish we could talk about some of the things we saw. We can't. I've been dying. SHOT Show's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to see some cool stuff they won't let us talk about.
Well, that's another thing. I am going to SHOT Show, so I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
I wanted to. I submitted too late, so you know, I'm sorry, I didn't even submit. I could tell it was too late to even bother.
Yeah.
So I didn't try. So next year, hopefully next year between now and then I'll have a little bit more recognition, and for sure, so when I do apply, like, yeah, we need this guy to come in anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I'm sure it'll happen. I mean, your channel is doing amazing. Like I said, if you're not familiar with Zane's channel, Texas 2A video, and he's got some amazing videos, head on over there and check that description box below for that link. And once again, thanks again, Zane. I appreciate you coming on my channel.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. It's good to get to chat with you again.
You bet, buddy. Yep. Take it easy.